Hey, what's up guys, Zyper here and welcome to a brand new video tutorial about how I play with my brand new visual series called Fractal World. This time I will show you how to transcode the files into any other format, any other size, any other codec with MPEG Streamclip, who is a free software. I will add you a link for download it for free on visions.fr and in the YouTube video description. And then I will show you in Resolume, like I did for my particle weapon. First, what are those loop, what I did them like this, and how I like to use them, and some tips and tricks to give them a second life and use them with a totally different look, and how you can, with this file, made some new one just into After Effects with some really basic tips and tricks. So let's start it. Open MP Streamclip. You don't need to install it, so this is really fast, and this is free, so everybody can do it. You can transcode all the file in one, so just pick up list, batch list, add files. So here are my 10 files. Import, export. So I need them in DXV3, but you can do everything you want. So export to QuickTime. Okay. My desktop, yes, and here I can choose my codec. So I want DXV3, quality like this, option high quality with alpha, okay, and unscale. You can scale it in everything you need, can use all the codecs and everything you need. So yeah, to batch. And now you just need to wait a little bit. So, and once you are into Resolume, it's time to finally have a look at your files. So Fractal World is something much more smooth and has a little bit this organic feel that I really like. In the same time, you have some loops who look really electric, really like batteries and stuff like that. So you can do really interesting things with it. And this will help you on all your color track. If you want something more dark, more deeper, more a little bit underground, and in the same time it can help for EDM or really big room main stage tracks for the breaks where all the atmosphere is going down and everything has to be a bit more cool. Where particle weapon was more for the impact, and yeah, that's why it's called a weapon, definitely. And this is just a word because this is gonna help you to give a main design. And yeah, it was much more work on the design and on the animation this time, because once you work on a really advanced design like this or maybe this one, you're not so free to do what you want with the animation. But I'm definitely really happy with the result of this. So you have the first one. This is blue and magenta like this, and yeah, some strings that are moving. So normally it's 120 BPM like this, but you can easily slow it down to 60. So it looks very, very smooth and really slower. Then the second one is red and looks really like bacteria that are merging together and moving all the time. Third one is, yeah, has another one like a virus look that is moving all the time. And it looks like it's growing up all the time. It's moving, it had a little bit more aggressive look, but definitely does the job, and I love this one. So next one is a real fractal texture. Looks like basic, but it was definitely really hard to do, and this can work great with all the effects we like to use. Maybe the mirror quad. This is much more familiar. You maybe have seen some of that, but I would like to do my own because sometimes the looping is not good or something like stuff like that. So yeah, I use this one very a lot in all the breaks and everything, because you can easily change the colors and do lots of crazy stuff with it. Yeah. Then the next one looks like, yeah, I've used this one in my audiovisual show in 2014 for the track Mammoth from Dimitri Vegas, like Megan Mogwai, and it was a bit more faster like this with some strobes into it. looks pretty great. And yeah, you can use these files for some cool animation, some really slow things, but also if you speed them up and add some effects, they are really dynamic. And what is really original is that it's not like beat reactive, like lines or 3D stuff. I really don't see a lot of that kind of stuff. So really happy to was able to do something a little bit original and that looks great and work in every kind of situation, is flexible and everything. Some real Zyper visuals. This one looks electric. I love this one. Even if you change the colors, this one looks great in every situation. Look, it was yellow or with green, it's moving up. Also can go really, really fast. Can do amazing stuff with that. Don't know why my video wall doesn't work so great, but yeah. You can have the energy and you can also have it really, really really, really smooth. Yeah. It's just a little bit early, so sorry if I don't stick so much because I spent a lot of time by doing the animation of that stuff. So I just add some radial blur so it gives a more advanced look. And then I have this basic effects I always use. Next one looks like bubbles. Some bubbles, this one looks like water or bubbles or stuff like that. Really, really, I use it in some really dark breaks. Also works great with other colors, but you lose a little bit that water effect. That works really great with this blue. Maybe this one is cool too. Next one, this is a little bit more like rock, like how can I describe that? This just looks so great. I love this one. Same thing, if you change the color, you can have some awesome looks. Can also always add mirror quad, kaleidoscope. Yeah. It's amazing how bad the kaleidoscope from Resolume is. But yeah, you can also take the loop, push it into After Effects and just add something nice with CC Kaleido. If you want to add some strobes. Yeah, does the job. Next one. So this is really close to what I tried to do with the very first series, the Particles Flower, where you have these multiple colors, where you have some warm colors, some cold colors, and some really different stuff. I know I have to do a tutorial where I speak about colors, how I manage it and everything. But yeah, this one, it really brings lots of emotion together. It's always also rotating, so it moves great. And yeah, lots of different stuff that are moving. They all do their own life, and in the same time, everything looks so perfect. And then the next one and last one is Xia and Pink. And it's just moving everywhere, like, yeah. Don't know if it's fluid or if it's water or what kind. How you can describe this? Just look great, and yeah, I'm happy because this look a little bit more original than all the 3D stuff we always see. That's just moving, and you can see the looping and everything. I mean, you can push them really high, and you don't see really how repetitive this is. So here, these are your loops. This is normally I don't use so many effects on them. I mean, I use the basic effects, but yeah, I don't add too many effects because they are basically look so great. So what I do when I do lights and visual performance together, I just change the colors. So this is something new I haven't shown you. This is color pass and helps you when you have a big color loop like here. You can just push one out. So if I use the hue 1, I can push the blue out. And if I use the hue 2, I push the magenta out. So this helps you. Maybe if you work a lot with the lines and you like to have the blue and white or just the blue. So when you use the general hue rotate, it helps for everything. You can also apply this one to particle weapon if you have purchased it. This looks great and works with everything. Then second one is just one color, so it's easy. Just push it to blue with a rotate. Third one is a bit strange because you have this red in the middle. So just push the hue scale down, and this red becomes white, and this looks great and works with pretty much all the colors. It doesn't look too much one color, but you don't have the problem if you push just the hue scale up. You see, it can look really ugly because the two colors have nothing to do together. So I just push the hue scale down. And yeah, make it cool. Third one is just one color, so it's easy to change. Just push a hue rotate on it, try to make it blue, so it works with your global. It's exactly what we did for the particle weapon. It's okay, it's nice in some situation to have lots of different colors for each loop. And in some other gigs, you maybe want to have just one single color for everything. So if I put my lights in red, I want all my visuals going to red, and don't matter what is the base color. So I just push all the visuals to blue, and then my main hue rotate, push all my visuals. Maybe here I'm in red, and the first one will be red, and this one will be red, and they are all red. And so I win a lot of time because I don't need to push them red. But if you watch all my tutorial and follow me since a long time, you know a little bit how I work. And yeah, this is nothing new to you. This one is a bit strange too because it has these two colors. But finally, when you play with the hue rotate, you can see how close they are. So just maybe play with the hue scale and just try to make them blue. This one has no problem because it's perfectly blue, and it's the same blue than the lines. I try to always use the same blue, the same red, and everything. So sometimes, like here, when the design is too advanced, it's hard to have exactly the same color, but I always try to have the same. So all your visuals, it's the same blue and the same red and everything. So yeah, don't need to explain you know how it works. This one too is easy. This one, just push the hue scale down. So you can have it just blue or with some different kinds of blue. And for the last one, I just push one color out with the color pass. Looks great. So, and now the more interesting part is what effects you can use to really give a second life to all this loop. Because it's always amazing when you have one loop and with just some basic effects and some basic tricks, you can make it look into so many different ways. And so instead of having 300 loops and you need a lot of time to load them, to find them and everything, just play a little bit with effects, and you can use the same thing 2, 3, 4, 5 times in one same gig without does it look too much like it's the same loop that you use all the time. So here I've made an animation on the scale. It goes from 100 to 150. Maybe I can make it go up to 200. And then I just add an animation of the opacity, so it fade out and fade in at the beginning. So basically it's just, and then it's jump back. You will see. And back, yeah. And so when I push the beats on 2 here and 4 here, it's fade in at the beginning and fade in at the end. So rethink everything. Like this. Next one. On this one, yeah, I've added this wave warp. So we used it in some different tutorial, in the older tutorials, but not in this way. We used it really to totally distort the visual, and this time I just want to have this small lines effect. So how this works? You have your visual, and it's going to distort it and make it move like a wave. And so you can have control on the height of the wave, the width, and yeah, the main angle and the speed. So what I want to do is just make it move a little bit so it looks like a bit more 3D. So just a little bit of height, a nice angle, not too much width, and not too fast. And then as it's distorting all the contour, just scale it up a little bit, like this. And you can have some really nice effect where it's moving a bit much more than the original. And then if you change the mode, you have lots of different modes. Maybe this one, if you add a mirror quad, it starts to look really great. Just change the angle. Yeah, I can make lots of funny stuff. Maybe something like this. And lots of crazy things you can do with this wave warp. Next one, I've just add the twitch. So it looks a little bit more like you're watching this one on the screen and you see that maybe you have a virus or something like that. So then you can add some strobe into it. And yeah, looks much more dynamic. If you add a mirror, lots of funny stuff you can do with these things. Next one, I've added a tunnel into this one. And I add the edge detection. Edge detection works really great with all this effect. But I really liked it on this one because it really gave a brand new look, like you're flying through a strange world or something like that. You can have some awesome looks with this. And maybe just add some radial blur, some Kaskade. And you have a totally new look with this thing. So lots of funny stuff to do with this edge detection. On this one, I played with the stingy sphere. Maybe I can play with the heat. Yeah, this was just a troll because this looks ugly. And I was first thinking, okay, let's make one more. Like, look at this, it's ugly, but yeah, I don't want to cheat this time. No snow, no stupid effects. So maybe if you add a mirror, you make the sphere. So I use the wire, it works like this too. And with not too much extrusion, make it zoom in nice, and then just push it down, push the scale up and push it down a little bit so you can have your sphere down like here. And if your DJ is just here, it looks like the sphere is moving just around him. You can also use the mirror quad, make some funny stuff. This is a really nice effect, this sphere. A little bit hard to control if you just add it live, but if you know your gig and you prepare it at home, it can totally bring some new effects to your visuals. On this one, yeah, really nice. I used the radar and it fade out, this one, really nice. And if I add a mirror quad, it looks pretty great, or maybe a mirror. So just push a nice fade really down and push the grid scale really up. Can work with Kaskade too. Next one, this one I used the goo just to make it trouble. This helps you to turn this one into something that goes much more faster and has much more dynamic. It gives you that effect where everything is moving, but it's not like it's going up, down, left or right. It's just staying here and moving all the time. Gives you nice energy and can work with some very special tracks. If you push it up, yeah. Next one, this is a way to give him a really second life with a brand new design. I just add some Displace, and it gives that, yeah, more like, I don't know how to describe that. This just look funny and great. Then the next one, I've added, yeah, this is nice. I never used this one. It's Stripper. Is some, yeah, just a preset that I changed some stuff. And it makes some lines that moving like that. And if you add, like anytime a mirror quad, it looks fucking great. Sorry. And then the next one, last one, I just add some blur. To really, instead of having some really perfect line, something like bubbles, give more like, I don't know how to describe that. You understand that this is a different feeling from that one. So guys, thanks for watching. This was a quick look into my Fractal World series that came out May 13 on visions.fr. You can download the files from there. If you have any question, any comment or anything, just feel free to contact me through all my social media or on Visions. You can add some comments. And yeah, I answer all the time, so don't hesitate to get in touch, ask a question, give me your comments and everything, because I do all the stuff just for you. If it's just for me, I don't need to break a website and share some tutorials and doing some videos and all that stuff. So feel free to contact me. My name is Zyper, and see you next time for a brand new tutorial. Thank you guys.